It is another bright, sunshiny day. The problem is, it's only about 40 degrees today. It's only going to get into the low 50s. I think this may be the last week where I get to wear my long johns. I think this is the week. This is maybe the week where I pack them up and say, bye-bye, friends. We'll see you next fall. I hope that's the case. Let's get to it. Okay, I have to make a pit stop at the post office before I head to work. We have to drop off scholarship forms for Ian for college. Have to be postmarked by today, and you know how much Geraldine loves the post office. There's my line. Just got walked through self-service getting my postage. That was rad. And the guy was just so bright and shiny. He was like a little post office leprechaun. It was beautiful. Okay, so here's a little insight into me. I am a very bored person a lot of times. As much as I think that I'm a creature of habit and I fear change, that's not entirely accurate when it comes to my physical space. I don't know if you were this kind of kid, but when I was a kid, I would rearrange my room probably once every 6 months. The bunk bed and dresser that is in my kid's room, that's what I grew up with, and I probably rearranged that into so many different configurations at so many different times of my life. So we've been in our office here at the Synod for 18 months, roughly. It was October of a year and a half ago. And my office has been virtually the same ever since we moved in. My desk has been in the same place. My standing desk has been in the same place. And I've been very committed to this setup because I have believed when I read that sitting is the new smoking. Well, there have recently been studies that have shown that standing desks have no measurable benefit on anybody. So I am looking to do a full-on renovation of my office space. Well, not full-on. A full-on renovation of my desk space. So you've seen my office a few times before. So I've got my standing desk right here. I've got some files down here. My standing desk with my monitors that I hook up to my computer to, and then I've got my sitting desk over here. And this is actually just a table. It's literally just a table. That's all that it is. And this table is actually the table that we bought for the Synod 4 years ago, I want to say, when we moved in, when James and I moved into a tiny little office at our local camp. In fact, the office that we worked out of was not much bigger than my actual office here. So both James and I in the same office for a year and a half. James had a small desk in one corner. There was actually some counter space that ran around the room, and I used that as a standing desk. That was my workstation. And then this table went in the middle of the room, and it was basically our mutual workspace. When we moved here into the office, I let Lynn and James take the renovation and redecoration money and get what they needed for their stuff. I bought a cheap tall table at IKEA, but for the most part, this is what I use. It's time for something. It's time for something else. So here's basically my office. So I've got this door here, and then I've got some French doors that kind of go there and then go over there. So these are the French doors that I come into, and then I come over and down, and then here's my bathroom right here, and I have a private bathroom, L's private bathroom. And then down here, and then there's another doorway right there, and then it comes on over and up like that. Now, I've got this chair that sits over here, typically in the corner, this director's chair. It's the one that I was just sitting in right there. And as you know, I have my big like work desk, my table desk right here, desk, and then I've got over here, I've got my standing desk, and I've got a filing cabinet sit right here, and then like I have my just normal chair right there. Oh, and I've got shelves over here. So these are shelves. So here's what I'm planning on doing. Lynn is really good at this stuff. She's got great taste, and she's gonna help me construct a full-on wraparound desk. And it'll start right here, kind of at the edge of where the door starts, and it'll come all the way down and over and boom, and it'll hit right there. So here's how I'm planning on breaking some of this up. I'm gonna take this chair and I'm actually gonna move the chair like over here so it'll like sit underneath the shelves. And I'm gonna have basically, I don't know, three workspaces? Yeah, 3 workspaces. So right here is gonna be where I'm gonna do my normal, like I call it my table work. Like the work that you like just sit down at your desk and like you're writing and you're reading and you got things all like the way that I'm using this table desk right here. And then over here I'm going to take the computer monitors that are currently on my standing desk, and this is going to be my computer station right here. So I'll set those things up and have a cool place where I can put my laptop and hook them up, and that'll be like where I do my word processing and my emails and all that good jazz. And then the computers that I have back here in the studio, the editing ones that I use in the studio, I'm actually going to move those to right here in this space. So this is actually going to become the editing bay right here. And that will free up space back here in the studio so I can have a more full use of that space. It's been really good, but I would like to have more full use of that space. Right, like these 2 computers. Like it has been, I've not fully utilized the 2 editing computers that I have. I've not utilized them well, because oftentimes I'm working and doing some editing on this, and I want to be able to grab some files out of like a desktop folder or something. And it would be great if I was using this one as an external monitor to that one and had all those files. It would just be a lot easier and a lot cleaner, and I've not done that yet, and I've not maximized that. But like, you know, at this point, I'm really only using this much of the space because of all this stuff over here to be able to have the full use of the full range of the studio. I mean, that would be magnificent. So I need to get my calendar figured out so I can figure out when I can do this that will be actually effective, because I think I've got a little bit of time, and this is not going to take very long, right? I mean, it may take maybe a couple of days at most. I mean, it's just building like basically countertops and putting legs on them and getting them in there. But I got to figure out what to do with both of these pieces of furniture. Yeah, you might get to see, you know, this old house, right? You might get to see this old office with Landon. That's what this vlog might become. This old office. The family is splitting up for dinner. Most folks are going to one restaurant, but Rowan and I are going to Panda Express per his request, because the man said he has, and I quote, really wanting Chinese for a long, long time. Is that right? Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to accommodate you and get you some Chinese food.
You're gonna have orange chicken and white rice.
Outstanding. Orange chicken and white rice, like every other Midwestern Chinese food lover. Rowan has read his fortune out of his fortune cookie, and what does it say?
Your present plans are going to succeed.
The problem is...
Got no present plans.
He has no present plans. How about your present plans to go home? Those will succeed.
Of course they will. It's like they can't. Like it's not like they can't succeed.
Well, I mean, we could get a flat tire. These clouds are insane. Rowan, are you seeing these clouds?
Yes, they're extremely tall.
They're crazy. These are some of the coolest clouds I've seen in a while. But those kind of clouds just scream stormy weather, though. I think I've got my facts correct. When you got clouds like that are so big and puffy and beautiful, oftentimes they mean stormy weather. But good God, that is awesome. This right here, friends, look at that. See that thing? Look at that. Yeah, that's the Midwest right there.